Today was your fourth Travers victory. You knew how to get here, and you had the plan from the Dwyer. What does it feel to achieve that success and the plan?
Well, it doesn't. Your plan doesn't always work out, but this one worked out. And when it does work out, it's exciting. And Mr. Farish has been good to me in the Farish family for years and years and years. And to have a horse like him, we had Honor Colt a few years ago, but this one's Mr. Farish's, and he seems to have taken a liking to him. And to be able to win a race like this for him and his family and Lane's End Farm means a lot to me.
Let's open the questions for the media. Tom Perdue.
For both gentlemen, what does this do for your positioning in the 3-year-old race?
Well, everybody's still got a little bit of work to do, but I don't see how really anybody can be above him. Maximum Security did win the Derby, and they took him down. War Will won the Preakness, but he's kind of gone off form since then. So, it's we are horses that's in form. We have won 3 graded stakes now this year. Now grade 1. We were put up to be second in a grade 1. And we were third in another grade 1, and we won a grade 3. So his race, his race record, when you look at it, pretty darn good. And I would have to think, when they get to talking about him here next week and stuff, he's going to be, one of them they're going to be talking about.
Shug, may I also ask if you want to go on to the Pennsylvania Derby or what you're leaning toward as next?
Well, as I said the other day, I haven't really counted the Pennsylvania Derby out, but it's probably in my top pick. But where I'm going to go next, I don't really know. You've got the Jockey Club Gold Cup down the road, and there's some other spots, and where we're going to point him to, we'll let the horse tell us in the next week or so, and Mr. Farish and I'll talk about it, and we'll figure out a game plan.
Shugs, the jockeys obviously expressed some concern about the glare from the signs in the infield. Did you have any concerns about that before the jockeys brought their concern to the stewards?
Today, I didn't know about it, but I will say I like to watch it on the billboards. In the billboards in front of there, I didn't see glare, but I couldn't see them very well.
The signs that were set up on the turf course, just inside the 8th pole?
I didn't know anything about it, so that was one thing I didn't have to worry about. Sure.
Shug, when did you really start feeling comfortable that you had this race while the race was going on today?
Well, I think leaving the quarter pole, I thought we had a pretty good chance. I knew they'd been running up in front of us, and I knew he was going to be finishing. Then at the 8th pole when we got to him, I knew we were going to probably be able to out-finish him. And but obviously in a horse race, you don't ever know what's going to happen. But at the 3/8 pole, my confidence wasn't real high, but at the 8th pole, it was really high.
Chuck, just wondering, what were you thinking when you saw Tacitus go to the front?
Wasn't surprised. I thought when they put the blinkers on him that it might put him where he was. I didn't know. I don't know if that's what they wanted to do, But he wouldn't have been one I would have said that I think he will be up on the pace. I thought the Bikini horse and Tax, and I thought maybe Stanley Huff's horse might show a little bit, but when I looked up and he broke and was on top, I wasn't surprised.
I was curious, you said that Johnny gave you a few tips on it. What were they?
Well, we just talked about saving the ground going around the first turn, and then he said he would try to get him sort of the outside going down the backside and have him in position to do something at the 3/8 pole. And, we both know that we can't chase. We want to make that one kind of run like he did today, and that was pretty much what he said.
Shug, since he's fired so well fresh, did that give you a little bit of confidence today, and does that at all play into how you pursue the rest of the year?
Well, I think it has to a little bit, Dave. He has done very well with space in between his races, and running a mile and a quarter, and he ran 2:01 today, and I'm going to say it's going to take a little something out of him. So we're going to have to, keep our eyes on him and go from there. And You know, with a guy like this, there's going to be no hurry.
Shug, you were talking a couple days ago about your history in this race. Can you just describe what it means to get back in the winner's circle here, you know, in that context?
Well, I've been really excited all week. You know, I've been excited about the way the horse was doing. When he worked here on Monday, you know, it was really, for me, it was something to see. And so I've been excited, and I was excited today. You know, I wasn't nervous. I was excited. I was ready to get it on. And, you know, but, you know, the Travers is a race that I've always liked. I got beat in it a couple times before I ever won it. So I was ready to win it when we won it, and we've had a little bit of success in it since we have. I mean, you know, being number 4, it's you know, it's a big thrill.
No questions? Okay, thank you. Thank you to the Winning Connections, owner William S. Farish of Lanes End Farm, Hall of Fame trainer Shug McGahee. That concludes today's post-race press conference for the 150th running of the Run Happy Travers.